So I wanted to come on here before I, leave for work and everything and I was going to do this last night, but I went to sleep. I had to get a couple of hours of sleep, before I worked. But I wanted to come on here real quickly and, basically recommend another Sonic fanfic story. It's not an adult one that some may or may not like or find interesting. No, this is actually a webcomic that's been going on since 2016, almost around the time, believe it or not, that the Archie Sonic book was coming close, even though we didn't know it at the time, coming close to an end. And this comic also was developed around the time that I think Archie Sonic Online was coming online to do their own stories set in the Archieverse, and then basically continue the main story as if the reboot never happened. Well, this one is called this fanfic, and I think I may have mentioned this before, but if not, kind of consider this consider this a new recommendation, and if I have, consider it an updated recommendation. But this Sonic fanfic webcomic by Glitcher is called Sonic Retold. And again, like I said, if I've talked about this before, consider it an update. If not, consider it new, depending on how you're seeing it or hearing about it. But yeah, Sonic Retold is basically kind of in the same vein of Archie Sonic Online, but it's basically looking at certain moments in the comic that are viewed from a different perspective, of being a little darker, a little more mature, if you will, and also touching upon things that the comic itself, the original comic, and even online didn't touch upon when they did it. And recently, one of the issues, it's the 5th issue, and it's the 20th page he's working on, with the next page, I think, due out a week from Monday. Yeah, no, not actually a week from Monday, but this Monday, I should say. It's actually due out this Monday, I believe. Basically, the last page kind of has Eggman using a Sega controller, because the one thing fans and even the artists of the original official book would do is throw little Easter eggs in there of Sega representation and everything. And here, what Glitcher did is he had Eggman using a Sega controller to control Sally, as still being weaponized Mecha Sally. And what I like about Glitcher's portrayal of Sally in the mecha form is it looks like, and I gotta read back some of these issues, but it looks like Glitcher is touching upon the fact that Sally, is basically regaining a little bit of her independency, like she's regaining her freedom, if you will, because there's a scene at the end of the last issue where it looks like she's crying. It's like, it looks like it's blood, oil, whatever coming out of her eyes, but those black streaks coming down her eyes may look like oil, but in a sense they're interpreted to be like tears, because she's starting to regain that independence she once had. And Eggman is noticing this, so he's just like, okay, if I can't get you to do this on your own, because you're gaining your own independence again, I'll just control you myself. And the way the recent page for issue 5 concludes is you have Eggman basically sending Sally to basically be the one that activates the Genesis wave. In other words, fulfilling the prophecy that Silver was foretold, that Silver was afraid would happen, and that's about it. And like I say, the presentation of the story, not just with this issue, but the other issues, like I said, it's a very darker, more mature take on basically the conclusion of the Mecha Sally arc from another fan's perspective. And this, as I probably mentioned before, is just another example of fans showing that, hey, we can do just as good, if not a better job, than than the actual official team, and that we could touch upon things that they won't. Like I said, Glitcher basically is touching upon the fact that Sally because again, this is Sally we're talking about, and he's touching upon the fact that she is probably regaining her free will very slowly, and Eggman doesn't like that, so now Eggman's has resulted in basically saying, okay, if I can't get you to do it on your own, I'll make you do it. I'll control you and make you do it. So I like the fact that, those little things are touched upon by the fans, because, they're not touched upon by the official writers or other fans. So I love seeing that kind of stuff. I love seeing that, someone like Glitcher is playing into what Silver in the story of the official book and even online was afraid of, was going to happen. So overall, it is an interesting take on basically like the final part, the conclusion, if you will, of the Mecha Sally arc from a fan's perspective, and what they could have seen coming, or what they would have saw coming, or what they would have done in the place of someone like an Ian Flynn had none of the legal mumbo jumbo happened behind the scenes. But again, I just wanted to come on here, give you guys a bit of a recommendation on that. I will provide a link down below. As you watch this video, you'll probably see a bit of the imagery scrolling down a little bit of what I'm talking about. So again, I will provide a link down below, but if you see it on the screen, which you should, go to Glitcher's DeviantArt page. You'll get the full scope of the story right there. Each page is about 20 to 30 issues. I mean, 20, not issues, but each issue, I should say, is 20 to 29 pages. And I do apologize. I'm a bit of a hurry here because I gotta get ready to go catch my bus in a little bit, as well as try to get something to wake me up a bit. But yeah, each issue is about 20 to 29 pages. And like I said, they are very, very, I wouldn't say they're very dark, but they're very different and dark in their own ways than what you see with Archie Sonic Online and what you've seen with the official book. I'll put it that way. And the art style that Glitcher has for these stories matches that tone. It's very, very, I wouldn't say monochrome, but very atmospheric, in the way he drew each of these panels, colored them in and everything to match the tone of his interpretation of where he sees the story going and such in the future. But again, guys, I just wanted to come on here and like I said, give you this recommendation and let you know that there are other fan interpretations out there of what many felt could have been, or what they would have seen coming with the comic, had the, like I say, the legal mumbo jumbo, thanks to Ken Penders, not occurred. But let me know what your thoughts are, guys. Comment below, live chat during the premiere, like the video. Super chats, super stickers will be opened and welcomed during the premiere of the video. Also check me out at deviantart.com/BVW1979, at Venmo at Brian-Warmer-2, Cash App at BWRoses98, TikTok at BWRoses. Check out the Teespring store. Check out my podcast, the BW Roses Discussion, all your favorite audio podcast affiliates except for Pandora. Got several new podcasts up there right now for you guys to check out. And until next time, guys, I will talk to y'all later. And super thanks will be enabled afterwards too if you want to help donate that way. And until next time, guys, I will talk to you later. I am out.